Awesome leaders. I am B. Nathaniel Smith, aka the Keynote. I wanted to take some time to just talk with you about living life with no regrets. Regrets are those things that we look back on, things we wanted to try and change, things that we can't even believe we were in the midst of at the time, things that we did that we probably shouldn't have done, places we've gone that maybe we should not have been at, and people that we've engaged with that may have been wrong, may have exposed us, may have hurt us, may have offended us, may have used us. Those are things that regret, relationships and everything else. So I just want to give you three things, 3 A's to think about as you reorganize your mind so that you can redevelop your heart and your emotions as you move forward and live life with no regrets. Living life with no regrets is one of the phrases I use when I do some public speaking. It's not so much that I don't acknowledge what happened in the past. I do acknowledge it, but I recognize I do not allow it to control me currently in my present so that it doesn't hinder my future, because you cannot live in your past and expect to propel yourself forward in your future as a leader. So leaders, allow me to use this time. I'm on my couch, you're in my living room. This is our therapeutic session. Every leader needs an opportunity where they can just digress, de-stress, and just feel okay with moving forward. So how do you live a life with no regrets? The first A, acknowledge that just stuff happens, man. Man, stuff happens. Woman, stuff happens. Boy, stuff happens. Girl, stuff happens. Stuff happens. There are things that we have been involved with that we didn't even have control over. Whether it's personal things that have violated us, our humanity, whether it's things that embarrassed us, whether there were things that labeled us, whether it's things that kept us in bondage or held us captive emotionally, where we couldn't even move forward, mentally, where we couldn't even think out of the state that we were in, or even physically, where we just didn't have an out. Acknowledge that stuff happens. That's the first A. Bad decisions have been made. We've made bad decisions. Other people have made bad decisions. We've been in bad relationships. Other people have been in bad relationships. We've had bad judgment. Other people have had bad judgment. Acknowledge your past. And if you acknowledge your past, someone else from your past cannot then come in and try to hoard it over you and make you feel bad. You're in a new place right now. You are progressively moving forward right now. So to have someone come from your past and try to pull you back and make you regress, if you acknowledge that stuff has happened and stuff does happen, it gives you a peace. Because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We are not perfect. We've made bad decisions. We've been in bad relationships. We've had bad judgment, but we can acknowledge that stuff happens. We begin the process of living life with no regrets. So acknowledge that stuff happens. So that means somebody from your past can't hold it over you. Now, the second A is accept that you can't change it now. You are in the present with me. What happened to you in the past has already occurred. You need to accept the fact that you can't change it now. But here's what you can do. Leave it in the past. You've already cried about it. You've already yelled about it. You've already screamed about it. And then you've cried some more about it. How about we do this? Now that we've acknowledged that stuff happens, some of it we control, some of it we don't. We've made bad decisions. We've had bad relationships. We've had bad judgment. Acknowledge that stuff happens. Second thing, Accept that we can't change it now. It's in the past. We are operating in the present, and our goal is to get us to the future. So you know what we'll do? We already cried about it, so we're not going to cry about it anymore. We've already screamed and yelled and been embarrassed and been violated, been just looked over, stepped over. We've been demoted. We've been passed up. We've been passed by. We've been passed over. But you know what? Accept it. Accept that you cannot change the past. Finally, the last A, agree with yourself today. Make a pact with yourself. Stand in agreement with yourself that you will allow nobody and nothing to allow you to regress to the place where you used to be in your past. You will not even allow yourself to take you back there. I agree with me that what happened in my past is in my past, and I agree with myself. I make a contract with myself today that I will not allow anybody to take me back there. I won't allow myself to take me back there. I own my mistakes. I did it. It's done. So now I'm going to put it behind me. And moving forward, I refuse to be embarrassed by it. Can't embarrass me anymore because I've already acknowledged that stuff happens. I've already accepted that I can't change it now because it's in the past. And I agree with myself that I won't allow you and nobody else to bring me to a place that makes me regress, knowing that I'm not at that place anymore. So I own my mistakes. I said it. I did it. I engaged in it. I stole it. I lied about it. It doesn't even matter. Because you know what? I'm going to live life with no regrets. And if I live life with no regrets, you or anyone, not even myself, can take me to a place where I'm no longer in. It's in the past. Live life with no regrets. Acknowledge things happen. Accept that you cannot change the past and agree with yourself that you will not regress and move forward. I believe in you. You matter. And as a leader, people need you. So let's get it together. Let's shake it off. Let's come to ourselves. Let's smack ourselves in the face. Let's put some cold water on our face. And after we've done all of that, dry your face off. Get in the game. Get your A game on. It's time to inspire people and move them to the next level. I am your keynote, B. Nathaniel Smith.